You are watching Suburban Community Television, originating from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, bringing quality local programming to the Bucks and Huntington County area. The following sports exclusive is a presentation of the Suburban Sports Network, a production of Suburban Community Television, Doylestown. The 1990 Suburban Sports Network Fall Sports Season is sponsored in part by Sound Advice, Cross Keys Cafe, Hatboro Collision, Conti Inn, The Pipersville Inn, Gem Jewelers, Jiffy Car Wash, New Britain Inn, The Sneaker Place, Alaska Travel, Alphorn Ski Tours, The Dry Sink, etc., Bucks County Community College, The Grease Monkey, The Amber Inn, For Males Tuxedos, also by Zaluki Painting.
Suburban Sports Network presents Suburban One League Football. Tonight, the Bucks of CB West at the Rams of Pennridge here at Poppy Yoder Field in Percy. Good evening, everyone. Hello, I'm Bob Friedman, along with me with all the color analysis for the game, my partner Tom Drotar. Tom, a story of two teams going in different directions. The Bucks looking to get into the possible playoffs in the PIAA Quadruple A playoffs. The team from Pennridge, the Rams, we'll get it right. Pennridge is looking to, well, a win here makes their season. Let's talk a little bit about both teams.
Well, really, when you look at the game, like you said, it's a big overmatch for Pennridge. CB West has only lost one game this year, and on the other side of the field, Pennridge has only won one game. I guess the natural inclination would be to say that Pennridge or CB West could overlook this team, but I don't think they will because there's too much at stake for them. They're still in the hunt for, and they're very much in the hunt for the Suburban 1 title, and if they lose this game, that is out of reach, as well as the state playoffs, which even if they continue to win their last few games, they might not make, which is unfortunate, and we can talk about that a little later, the state playoff situation, but they have to win this game if they even have a prayer of making it. CB West, you can expect them to run the ball and pass the ball, but mostly run against this team because basically CB West players should, as we said, overmatch them. And for Pennridge, typically they do run the ball a lot, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them throw tonight because, like you said, this could salvage their season. They'll probably pull out all the stops.
Well, of course, we have Central Bucks West coming off a big victory last week over those Abington Ghosts, 17-7. I was there at that game. It was really domination by the Bucks as they led 17-0 until 35 seconds in the game on an 85-yard touchdown pass against actually the Bucks' second team. For Pennridge, they were on the wrong end of the 39-0 score against Norristown last week. And, of course, last year's score, well, for those of you Ram fans, you can just turn off the TV for a moment. For the Bucks fans, it was 54-7, CB West just slaughtering Pennridge. Should be an interesting game, Tom, and we will be back with the kickoff and all the exciting play-by-play action right after these messages.
If you're one of those people who still thinks Sound Advice in Doylestown is just the compact disc center, think again. Because Sound Advice has what you're looking for in car electronics. And with brand names like Sony, Concord, Soundstream, and even Metrophone, it's plain to see why Sound Advice is the new leader in car electronics sales and installation. Sound Advice, for simply the best advice on sound. Route 611, a quarter mile south of Route 313 in Cross Keys, Doylestown.
It's new, it's now, it's hot, it's cold, it's Cross Keys Cafe, and you've got to check it out. For breakfast, lunch, or catering, Krusky's Cafe is there for you, with personalized service and a full-line deli. Not to mention fax lines, indoor, outdoor seating, and prices and portions that will keep you coming back to Krusky's Cafe.
For over 20 years, Delcrest has provided patients and health professionals with quality supplies and equipment from leading manufacturers, including a complete line of Lumex products. Featured this fall are specials on bath and walking aids by Lumex. You're sure to find a knowledgeable and trained sales staff to give you the personal attention you need at any of Delcrest's 5 locations. Visit Delcrest at their newest location, Bartemes Plaza in Doylestown. Delcrest, delivering customer satisfaction.
We're back live at Papa Uter Field in Percy, Pennsylvania. Tom Drotar along with Bob Friedman for Suburban Community Television, where tonight CB West takes on the Pennridge Rams. CB West is just about ready to kick off, and the Rams will receive.
Kicking off for West, of course, will be their kicker, Pettine.
Okay, so I was looking for, but I couldn't see anybody with a T.
No problem. Pettine does the kicking for them. Well, back deep, we have number 35. That's Scott Sowers for Pennridge. And in the far corner is Chad Morgan.
And this kickoff is brought to you by Bucks County Community College, offering quality, affordable educational opportunities for all ages. Bucks has a program designed for your needs. Call them today. Bucks County Community College, what education is meant to be. And now for tonight's play-by-play action, Bob Friedman.
Thank you very much, Tom Drotar. Pettine tees it up, as mentioned. Morgan and Sowers deep it around the 8-yard line. A low line drive. It's going to come to Sowers at about the 3. Up behind a nice wedge, but he is stacked up right at about the 21-yard line, and right about there, we'll call it the 23-yard line, a good spot. Pennridge will take over.
Pennridge will take over and probably go with 3 men in the backfield. They like to grind the ball out. They like to run up the middle a lot, and they have a guy named Ryan Lamonaco, number 13. You can look for him to run the ball quite a bit tonight. He is their number 1 rusher.
We have an I backfield right now to start things out. And the quick handoff underneath goes to number 14. That's Josh Sinsel.
Had a nice hole there. Mike Bell stepped up for CB West to make the tackle, but Pennridge was able to get a hole on the left side, and they got a few yards out of that.
Chris Dalton is your quarterback. A gain of about 7 on the play. Good running play to start off. It'll be 2nd down, 3 to go. Ball at around the 29-yard line, just underway. Glad you could join us here. Pennridge with the ball against CB West, no score. The counter play underneath to Morgan, excuse me, not to Morgan, to, that's Jim Terra. Terra coming in from his wing position, goes in and gets the first down, and they've looked smart in the first couple of plays.
They do. CB West was in their 4-4 defense, which they will run against they'll put it out there when they expect to run. That time, Pennridge caught him with a little misdirection, rather.
Now we have that 3-man backfield as Terra joins the other 2 backs in the backfield. And the handoff underneath again goes to Sinsel, and he gets very little, get about a yard or so.
And I expect, as they did, CB West to go with the 5-2 alignment when Pennridge is in that 3-back set. 5-2 is generally more effective against that type of a set.
2nd and 9, ball at the 38-yard line, actually closer to the 39-yard line. Pennridge took the opening kickoff and moved the ball up smartly with a quick first down, and they are in 2nd and 9 situation. We had the backs are in the eye again, and again out on the wing is Jim Terra. In motion now goes Kurt Fallon. There's the pitch back. That's to Brad Frederick. Frederick around the left end has some good room. Gets it out over the 45 to about the 47-yard line. It's going to give it a 3rd, and we'll call it a long 4, maybe 5. He got actually a 4 yards to go as the ball is just shy of midfield at, we'll call it the 48-yard line.
Pennridge is mixing it up. They're running inside, outside. I'll be interested to see if they would pass on this, because this is typically a passing down, but Pennridge is typically not a passing team.
Well, I tend to doubt it because they really don't pass that much, especially when they are running the ball while they want to keep putting it out. And again, the same play to the other side, but this time, no way. No way, as CB West smelled that one out. Again, a nice play on defense by Roman Fitzmartin, who held his position at defensive end, Tom.
And Ryan Moore also was in there to make that stop, and that was a nice play by the defensive end, staying at home and learning from the first misdirection play and being able to make the tackle this time.
So a 4th and about 6 now is a loss of 2 on the play, and back to punt will be Jim Terra. Deep man is Adrian. It's Matt Cincini, of course, the flea. Couldn't see the 8 or the 9. Lights right in my face. Ball is kicked away from Cincini, well out of bounds, and the Bucs will take over in reasonably good field position. They're going to take over at about the 37-yard line.
For CB West, like I said at the opening, they like to run the ball. They are a grinded-out team, but they do have a very good quarterback in Greg Moylan. He can throw the ball exceptionally well, and he also has a good sense for the game, I think. You can expect them to do a little bit of both, but right now I would expect them to come out with what they do best and run the ball. You can look for Cincini to get some action as well.
Cleveland, the tailback. You always have to watch out for Cincini. He can line up at any offensive threat position on the field. Looked like a blown play. No, a nice handoff underneath. Well, they ran away from us and handed the ball off to Dave Binder. And Binder picks up a quick, about 5 yards, call it 4 yards on the play. So a nice quick run and makes it a 2nd and 6. The ball moves out over the 35 to the 37. Actually, they took off at about the 32-yard line. It's tough to mark the field here because there are no numbers on the field. We're kind of running blind here. Here's a pitch back to Cincini. He's got a hole. He's got one man to beat. He's got to go all the way for a touchdown. Central Bucs West, just like that, Tom.
And there's the guy we told you to look for, Matt Cincini. He does everything for CB West. He plays halfback. He returns punts, kickoffs, and plays wide receiver. That time he had a nice hole on the left side. He burst through it, got past the linebackers, and then he had the cornerback to beat, and he did it easily because he is a very speedy guy. He's only 5'8", 140, but he plays a lot bigger than that.
Well, just like that, it's 6-0. It only took them 2 plays, and they made it look easy. A quick play in the middle, the pitch to Cincini, and he easily outran Jim Terra for touchdown. Excellent blocking. The kick up by Pettine. The kick is good. And with 7:49 to go in this first quarter, we have a quick score. And the Bucs have taken the lead 7-0.
I wonder if, well, I mean, I don't want to start coming to conclusions early, Bob, but when I was thinking about doing this game, I kept saying to myself, if West gets up early, are we going to see Pennridge throw the ball? I haven't seen it.
We haven't seen Pennridge throw the ball this year at all. Soderton got up on them early in the season, and they continue to run the ball. There's a question not as to whether they will run the ball, but can they run the ball? Or pass the ball, excuse me. Not will they pass the ball, but can they pass the ball?
Of course, right now it's early to start speculating what they're going to do, but with the CB West team, you're going to expect them to fall behind. And running the ball is not, especially with the three men in the backfield type set, it's not a good come from behind offense.
There you see one of the deep men. That again is Scott Sowers. He returned the opening kickoff, did a nice job there. And deep to back to kick again. Pettine, 7-0. The Bucs take a quick lead on the Cincini 63-yard run. And this time a nice high deep kick going to drive him back to the 1. Sowers takes it out over his 10, over the 20, to about the 24-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop again.
Actually, when we saw Pennridge play against North Penn, I think they threw the ball about 3 times, and it looked like their quarterback could throw the ball, and that's why I was chatting with you about, I wonder why they don't throw the ball more. It looks like they're going to go out of the 3-back offense again.
Ryan LaMonica is now in the lineup. Dalton in quarterback. And he is rolling, looking to pass. He throws, and that may be one reason why he hasn't thrown too much. Intercepted by Roman Fitzmartin. He may go in if he can get past one man. No, he's down to the 5-yard line. Roman Fitzmartin took the overthrow and brings it back to the 5-yard line, and the Bucs are clicking again.
That was a tough play for Pennridge because of CB West's 4-4 alignment. They had two receivers streaking across the middle, and when you have two linebackers on each side plus the quarterback, it's tough to squeak a pass in there. That's what the quarterback tried to do, and Fitzmartin not only made a nice read and made the interception, he made a heck of a run back. He had a couple nice jukes there.
Well, one other thing you got to remember, the reason that Pennridge has a lot of trouble passing, you have to be able to block for your quarterback to do it. That's why they do a lot of rollout, because their linemen are really overmatched, as you mentioned early on. They have a tough time. Handoff here underneath. It's the Binder. Binder takes it down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line, and the Bucks are within a couple of yards of taking you 2-touchdown lead.
Bucks just looking to grind it out here, and they will go with the 3-back offense, the wishbone or the power eye, mostly the power eye. I don't think they run the wishbone, but they will run that power eye inside the 20 because they have the blocking ability, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them go out of that.
Bet the house on Jack Lockery here.
We've seen it before.
You'll see it again. Oh, it's Binder. I was wrong.
There's
It's not a touchdown. We have a flag down here. No wonder what's going on at the goal line. You know, I saw them against Abington when they got in tight. It was, you know, the Cleveland out in the middle of the field, some Binder. When they got in tight, when they got to the tough yardage, it was Jack Lockery. Jack Lockery goes 5'10", 210 very solid pounds. I don't know what the flag was about, but whatever it was, it must have been against Pennridge. It's a personal foul against Pennridge, moves the ball. That's about a 2-inch foul.
Yeah.
You have your monster backfield in here now. Any one of these three guys is going to punish you if they hit you. No, I think we may have a legal motion, or do we have too much time? It's a side judge, so I think we have an illegal motion.
They tried Binder again.
No, it's offsides.
I think it's against Pennridge.
It's against Pennridge. They may have lined up offsides.
So they've gained 4 inches in the last 2 penalties.
Tough penalties. One thing this does, it runs the clock a little bit. It's going to seem like a much longer drive time-wise, but you get the feeling with West, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Third and goal at the 1-yard line. And again, they jump offside. Well, they can only move the ball so far, Tom. You see the flag there. Let's get a shot of the football and just how close it is. You see it right there.
Can't move it at all.
I mean, really, you know, it's third and about a milli-inch. Touchdown. 5:04 to go in the first quarter. West on a 1-yard run by Moylan, set up by Fitzmartin's interception return back to the 5. And it's 13-0. So you see Coach Pettine on the sideline. Never shows an awful lot of emotion. And line it up in Pettine. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And we have a 14-0 lead.
And Pennridge really finds themselves in a hole now. We've stressed the point that they are not very good at passing the ball. And what are you going to do when you're down 14 to the best team in this part of the state?
Tom, I hope you have a wealth of football stories for tonight.
I have a couple, actually.
Good. We may need them. Not to put Pennridge down, and it's not intended as a slap.
Not at all.
14-0 early against a team like CB West. They're going to really have to come out and just open the throttle all the way. Try plays, risk plays possibly. Down to a team like CB West, 14-0 is like being down to an average team by 28-0, 21 to 28-0, because they get a lead and they just grab it by the throat and they hold on to it.
And like with the guys that just were involved with the touchdown, Binder and Lockery, they can grind the ball out on you and run out the clock. They can control the game. They get ahead. They're notorious for just taking over a game, like you said, and grabbing it by the throat.
And the foot-weary Pettine will kick it off, and this time it'll be Chad Morgan at about his 3-yard line. Brings it up over the 20, breaks outside, has a little bit of a hole, gets it up to about the 25-yard line. got a little bit more yardage than Sowers did, but made it a lot more exciting by going to the outside, and looked like he might break it open for a moment, but CBW's kick coverage very strong. And where they started the 23 the first time, the 24 last time, it's the 26 this time. So if they kick off another 70 times, they're going to have great field position.
Oh, man. And it's only the first quarter.
And Dalton, and in motion now. The pitch goes back, and not with a lot of room there is Dan Magnola, brought down on the play by number 51, and that was Mike Bell coming up from his linebacking spot. There'll be a loss of about a half yard. We'll still call it 2nd and 10.
The key on that play is they have the tight end on the right side. He's got to contain the end, the defensive end, which he was unable to do, or in this case, the linebacker, and to get outside, and he couldn't do it. And the running back was forced to cut up. And
we have an equipment repair right now. Tom, the weather tonight is actually very good for football. It's not too terribly cold. It's a cloudy evening, and they're supposed to have really drenching rains later on. It's supposed to hold off till midnight, I'm hopeful.
Me too.
But it is a good night for football. It's a crisp night. It's the kind of night you want to play football on. All right, LaMonaco in at the up back. We have a semi-bun. Now, LaMonaco goes into motion. And the quick handoff underneath goes to Kurt Fallon, and Fallon gets about maybe a yard or two, and Pennridge isn't going to get done that way.
No, they're not, but what are you going to do?
Well, you don't want to you don't want to get out of your game plan this early.
Right, there is
3.5 minutes to go in the
break a
first
touchdown
quarter.
or something like that, you're right in it.
A lot of things can happen, and Pennridge, let's not write them off quite yet, shall we? There's the Buck walking around.
This is one of the few nights that I wish I was in that outfit. It is pretty chilly.
The bone look and a handoff to LaMonaco. First carry of the night for LaMonaco, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4. That's going to be far short of the first down. And on 4th down, the punting unit will come in again.
It's a shame for Pennridge and also for the people watching the game that CBW got up on top, and if Pennridge does start to pass, because LaMonaco is an excellent running back. We saw him against North Penn, and he's big and he's powerful and he's exciting to watch. He can break tackles, and you know, when you're behind, you're not going to expect to see him so much as if they were in the game.
Terra standing back at his own 20-yard line. Sonsini solo deep. Gets it off a high kick. Going to let it bounce. Oh, it takes a great Central Bucks West bounce. And as if they needed more, they got it at the 50-yard line.
It'll be a countdown to see how many plays it takes to get in.
So with 2:36 to go in the first quarter, the Bucks will take over just right at the ball, nose on the 50-yard line. We have 2:29 to go in the first quarter. The Bucks with 2 quick touchdowns have a 14-0 lead over Pennridge, and they have the ball again. Cleveland, the deep back. Binder, the up back. Back to pass Moreland. Plenty of times. Got a man breaking deep. It's Fitzmartin. Oh, and he picked him up with the ball. He had a touchdown, and boy, he really got into high gear there. Just broke. It looked like he broke a little bit off the ball, and the ball landed behind him.
Yeah, that was a nice route that Fitzmartin ran. He turned the defensive back around. That was number 35 for Pennridge, Scott Sowers. And once he turned him around, he cut to the left side, and Moreland lofted the ball out there just a little bit too far for Fitzmartin to get to. That was a good-looking play for CB West.
Looked like just in a little bit of adjustment. He's got the touchdown pass, touchdown easily. Single setback now, and jumping off sides, and that'll be a quick 5. Oh, I'll tell you, jumping off sides, and it's just going wrong right now for Pennridge. That was Jeff Kosh jumping off from his defensive end position. That'll give him 5. It'll make it 2nd down and 5.
Needless to say, that's not what Pennridge wants. That's the 4th penalty they've had in this first quarter, and you're not going to come back from 14 points down that way.
All right, again, the single setback, that's Binder. Out in the man out in the wing, it looks like to be Cleveland. Quick handoff to Binder. He gets about 3 more yards, and he'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, moving inside the 45 to about the 41-yard line.
Paul Novelli tripped him up on that, number 37 for Pennridge.
3rd down, we'll call it a long 1 for the first down. And Lockery comes in on short yardage, as does Rob Sweat. Now we have the coaching staff from West here sitting next to us, and since it's on tape delay, we can pretty well sit here. He's the corona keeper.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if he does it. Three setbacks here. Let's see if Moreland calls it. Oh, he doesn't have to do a thing.
You know what it is? Pennridge is going on that, CB West goes with that they set, and then they get in a three-point stance on cadence. And this is the fourth time now that they've been fooled by that. And that's something you'd think you'd realize going into the game that they're going to do.
Well, the coaches and the kids have seen game films. They've seen the films. They've seen West get down in that set position. You can't have, and they had 6 guys jump offside there. I mean, it was, they must have had a max blitz going on, but gosh, you got to make them snap the ball. You don't need to give them 10 yards, and that's what they just did. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 36-yard line. Handoff underneath to Binder. Binder drives it over the 35 to about the 33. And after a long pass on the first play, now they take 2 penalties, and they may just try and stuff it down their throats here as we're coming into the last minute of the first quarter. Injured on the play was number 79. That was Ray Bleen. He steps on the side. Looks like he might have gotten a shot to the thigh.
CB West is taking a timeout.
Well, while we have this timeout, let's just remind you the VHS copies of this event and all other Suburban Sports Network events, hiya, Coach Pettine, are available through Suburban Cable TV. Call 345-5154 Monday through Friday. That's what Coach Pettine does, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. And you are watching the Suburban Sports Network and Coach Pettine, brought to you by, on the community television channels, a Suburban Cable TV and Adelphia Cable Communications.
I saw an article this week in the Philadelphia Daily News interviewing a few coaches, Mike Pettine being one of them, about their thoughts on the Pennsylvania State playoff system. And it could really turn out to be a shame for CB West, as they could win the rest of their games and still not go to the playoffs. And with the record, I guess it'll be 10-1 or 11-1. You would expect this team to be in the playoffs, but I think as long as Ridley keeps winning and there's another team, it's a very big region that they dissect per state.
The big problem is that the playoff system is one of the worst systems I have ever seen. You have a team like Ridley, a good team though they may be, play mostly lesser competition in a weaker league, and will go undefeated unless something really unusual happens. You have the Bucks playing in one of the toughest conferences. One loss knocks them out. We'll see what happens. Backs are in the eye, 2nd and 7. Pitch wide to Sonsini. Last time he touched it, he went for 6. This time he goes for about 6 yards.
Sonsini is so quick. He's got that, what they call football smarts. You can see plays develop, and he knows what's going on out there, and he just seems to always make the right read, no matter what he does.
We saw the development of Sonsini last year when they went through that tough period of time when Cody Gilbert was hurt. He was in the quarterback, and he wasn't in quarterback. They finally moved Moreland in. Sonsini was the one real bright spot there. This kid caught everything thrown near him, took hits like Tommy McDonald, and jumped right back up. We have a 3rd down and 2, and again, that stacked backfield. And the handoff goes to Binder, and Binder's going to get the first down. He'll break it out over the 25 to about the 24-yard line. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter, a first quarter that has been totally dominated by Central Bucks West. We have come to the end of 12 minutes. The score, CB West 14, Pennridge nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action right after these messages of extreme importance.
Nice looking car, Mike. Is it new?
No, it's the same car that was in the accident. Hatboro Collision made it look like new again. They quoted me a price and stuck to it. They used their state-of-the-art equipment and certified technicians to make the car look like new. They helped me get a low-cost rental car, and best of all, it took just one phone call, and their friendly office staff did the rest. They got the money from the insurance company and took care of all that paperwork.
For credibility, quality, and service in auto body repair, come see Mickey and Jerry at Hatboro Collision.
O'Fallon's Crab House brings the shore to Bucks County with its casual dining and nautical ambiance. Specializing in Maryland-style hard-shell crabs, stop by Tuesday nights for all-you-can-eat. Wednesdays are for shrimp lovers, and again, it's all-you-can-eat. Alaskan crab legs are the special Thursdays, and yes, it's all-you-can-eat. But O'Fallon's offers more than just endless plates of seafood. They also feature live entertainment Wednesday through Saturday. O'Fallon's is open 7 days, serving dinner from 4 until 11, Monday through Saturday, Sunday from 4 until 9. Come see how O'Fallon's brings the shore to Bucks County.
Are you tired of going to the malls, trying to find the styles you want, only to find outrageous prices? The Sneaker Place in Doylestown and Newtown have those styles from Nike, Asics, Keds, and more, and at discounted prices. We're open 7 days and 5 nights for your convenience.
Well, we're back for second quarter action. Don't get too upset. We missed a touchdown. However, we will have it on the replay. A 34-yard touchdown pass, Roman Fitzmartin from Greg Moylan, and a beautifully thrown ball, Tom.
It was the same pattern that that Fitzmartin had run down to the left end zone, and they didn't connect. This time, they did connect. Fitzmartin was running a corner pattern. It's easy for me to say. And what Pennridge did, they had a blitz on, and it was man-on-man coverage, and Moylan threw a nice ball.
Take a look at it again. Now, you see they set up the run here. It looks like that stack play again. And he does a little play action, frees him. You see Fitzmartin at the top of your screen. He has gotten by the defender. Beautifully thrown ball. Touchdown.
And he saw number 35 for Pennridge that time. Scott Sowers was the cornerback. He saw a run, too, and what he thought was wisely stepped up. But as soon as he did, Roman Fitzmartin went past him. The safety had to get over there and couldn't get there in time.
So we have a 21-0 score. CBWest leading. We still have 11:54 to go in the first half. And again, Peranian, who may start kicking left-footed to get it even. This is his fourth kickoff of the game. He has kicked 3 extra points. Been a busy young man. He tees it up. He kicked it well, though. And he kicks it well again. A high driving kick to Sowers at about the 7-yard line. He'll bring it up over the 10 to the 15. Breaks it up over the 20 to the 25 to the 30-yard line, and over that to about the 34-yard line.
And Bob, you're right. I think 69, 68 more to go, and they're going to be right in there, right inside the 5.
You better believe it.
They gain about two extra yards per kickoff.
Well, I think there's no question now that the running play, you've got to sort of trash your game plan.
Yeah.
Just start drawing plays in the dirt.
Yep. Take a left at the vulva, whatever.
Full house backfield again.
Yeah.
And the handoff underneath goes to Lamonaco. Lamonaco will get about 5 yards on the play. Make it a 2nd and 5. Ball moves up to the 39-yard line, 38-yard line we'll call it.
I think you can expect to see some gadget plays from Pennridge. I suppose you could say you can expect to see anything at this point because they're going to have to do something.
You may see the tackle eligible.
Fumble Ruski.
2nd and 6. Now Lamonaco moves in motion. And the quick handoff underneath and a nice running play gets him a good 3-4 yards. And that was Kurt Fallon on the carry. Looked like he had a lot more yardage, and all of a sudden the West defense really just stacked him up.
That was good power running by Kurt Fallon. He found a crack, got up past the defensive line.
Well, that's how you run against West. You don't try the deep plays in the backfield. You don't try the wide plays. You got to do the quick hitters there. Get the crack and let the runner go through it. 3rd and about 1.5 yards of the first down. They move out of it. And a quick handoff underneath, and Lamonaco, yes, he's got the first down.
Good second effort by Lamonaco. He was met at about 1 yard after 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. He had a spin move and used his powerful legs to get the first down. He's a good runner. He really is.
He's a good runner. He's had some injuries this year. He makes a good spin move there. And one thing I noticed, here's the difference. That's the difference between the Buck defense and the Ram defense. Bucks made a switch. They shifted. And we saw the Bucks react, but not jump offside. First down, now we have backs in the eye. And the handoff underneath goes Brad Frederick. Frederick gets a nice pop, and he'll take it out to about the 50-yard line. So now they're moving, and they are just about inside Buck territory for the first time this evening. Actually, they are. The nose of the ball resting inside CBWest territory. 9:25 to go in the half. 21-0. The Bucks lead. Pennridge, Bob Friedman, along with Tom Drotar. Glad you could join us for Suburban 1 National Conference Football. 2nd and 6. Dalton. Delay handoff to Lamonaco. and tiptoes his way for about 2 or 3 yards, and he'll be about 3 yards shy of the first down. We'll call 3rd and 3. And the first somewhat concerted offensive thrust by Pennridge.
They're making some holes and getting a few yards per carry.
A couple of the fans here tonight enjoying the game.
This is a tough play for them. 3rd and 3. You can expect them to run. I'm surprised that CB West isn't in the 5-2, but they're in the 4-4.
Play action on. He's moving away and trying to get away and throwing the ball out of bounds. He's fortunate to get out. Dalton, he had dropped sweat all over him.
Yeah, they didn't get many protection at all. The 2 CB West defenders were in the backfield just as fast as the quarterback. That broke things up for them.
You look up there, and both literally and figuratively, he was covered with sweat. Sorry, I had to say that.
Well, it's okay.
And they're going to punt. I'm a little surprised at this, too. It's early on, but, well, again, back deep with Sonsini coming in and getting the ball away, though. Sonsini takes it. He'll run it back, and he'll get nowhere.
Rarely will you see Sonsini. Matter of fact, I've never seen him take a fair catch. That might have been one of the times that I would have if I was back there, but Matt's not that type of player.
Good kick coverage by Dominic Cusimano, 6 foot, 167 pounds sophomore. Wouldn't let Sonsini get outside. So the Bucs will take over in by far their worst field position tonight, as they had the ball at around their own 18-yard line. 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. 21-0, CB West leading. Cleveland deep back, Binder. Handoff to Cleveland. Cleveland breaks it out over the 20 to about the 25 to the 30-yard line. A nicely devised play. And I'll tell you, one of the secret weapons on this team, Tom, is that young man right there, and that's Chris Cleveland. He is a good runner.
He is. That time they ran him out of the I formation. And let's take a look at Cleveland's stats for this year. Cleveland has 308 yards rushing for the Bucs. He leads their team in rushing. And like you said, he is a very good running back.
What's more impressive, he's done it on 32 carries, which means he is gaining over 9 yards every time he touches that ball. 1st and 10, and that was another big gain there. That'll help his average. Back to pass. Moreland rolling. He's gone deep. He's got Fitzmartin again deep. Fitzmartin's got it. He's going to go in for the touchdown. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh, baby. Roman Fitzmartin, 70 yards, and with 7:20 to go in the half, we are entering into the city limits of blowout town.
And Roman Fitzmartin is leading the way. That's his 2nd touchdown, and he could have had 3. He's gotten behind the Pennridge Rams defensive backs 3 times, and twice he's burned them. And I'll tell you what, Moreland put threw a nice pass to him. He hit him in stride.
Well, if I'm the underclassman on CB West tonight, I start warming up right now because I'm going to see a lot of playing time. Peranian will attempt the extra point again out of Warren's hold. It's up, and it's good, and it's 28-0. Oh, my.
It's a case of CB West really not doing anything wrong tonight.
It's almost like they don't have anybody on the field again. So, again, it's not meant as a slap at Pennridge. They're doing the best they can. They just can't match up with the Bucs.
Yeah, CB West is a very, very good football team. After they had lost to Neshaminy earlier, or to Council Rock earlier this year, there was some doubt. But now that they're 8-1 and they've had some wins over solid teams, they are definitely one of the premier teams in Suburban 1.
A telling quote before the game by Bruce Moyer, who said that there weren't too many spots where Pennridge was going to be able to overmatch them. He just hoped they kept themselves in the game, and he said, keep ourselves in the game and make them beat us rather than beating ourselves. Well, I can't say Pennridge is beating themselves. They've made committed a couple penalties, but Central Bucs.
Well, and also the interception as well. That doesn't help things.
Peranian lines it up again at the 40 for his 5th kickoff of this young game. And this one he kicks a little bit lower. Going to come to Sowers at about the 7 again. He'll take it out, breaks it out over it, almost breaks away. He's out over the 40 to the 45-yard line.
Definitely the bright spot for Pennridge has been the improvement in the kickoff returns.
I'm telling you. I'm impressed. Now the West coaches are standing here talking about he's got to get the ball up in the air. He did kick a line drive, which was easily returned, and I'll tell you, very, very nearly returned. We have an equipment repair, so we'll have a quick timeout here as Wayne Chloe had a little snap adjustment on his helmet. We have 7 minutes even to go in this second quarter. 28-0, Central Bucks West leading Pennridge.
Okay, Bob, so what are you going to do if you're Pennridge now? Are you going to hand the ball up the middle, get a quick hitter, or are you going to gadget play, full out backfield?
Again, they've thrown the ball one time, and Fitzmartin caught it. They have not shown a lot of success in throwing the ball, but you have a single setback now. They're showing a pass, and instead they had the counter to LaMonica. And this isn't going to do a whole lot. Last week, I did the Abington game, and I said it there. I'll say it here, and I'll say it and say it and say it. You don't run wide against West. You don't use deep handoffs against West. They are too well schooled. They are too quick off the ball on defense. The quick hitters are the way that you move the ball against this West defense. Second down, 6 to go on the 4-yard game by LaMonaco. Quick pass over the middle, and it is dropped incomplete as attempting to hit the ball to Cusimano. Looked like a fairly well-thrown ball.
That was. Dalton put a good pass out there, and he hit him where he had to in between the linebacker and the cornerback. Just was a nice play by the cornerback, sticking him and making him drop the ball.
We have a flag here. It looks like they're moving back. No, it's no flag there. It's going back to the huddle. So 3rd and 6.
But see, in my opinion, it's better to have a play like that because if you run the ball for 3 yards and the clock keeps running, that play, it didn't work, but it almost did, and now the clock stops, so you're not losing as much. We're down 28-0. You got to stop the clock. You play right into their hands if you're going to run the ball.
Absolutely. All right, single setback again. That's Brad Frederick in motion. Comes LaMonaco to the top of your screen, bottom of your screen, right? And under a rush, they knew it was coming. He throws the ball, almost throws the ball. Actually, Coach Pettine had almost caught that. Yeah. And they gave Coach Pettine a little boo here. That's one of the few times you'll ever hear Coach Pettine boo. Well, naturally, of course.
He should have jumped for the ball. You got to get the ball at its highest point, but anyway, he knows that. I think the headgear might have been holding him down.
That's a possibility. I think he was ready to take it and run it back. We have a 4th down, and again, another busy man for Pennridge. Unfortunately for them, is Jim Terra, and Terra is lined up to punt. Sonsini back here. You know, eventually Sonsini's going to break one.
I was just going to say that. Or eventually they're going to block one of these.
Oh, he's going to break this one. He's calling a fair catch, and he lets it bounce. We have a flag down. Now, what's going on here? I think that, yeah, the coach is talking about you got on the field. He actually could not get to the ball. They may be calling interference.
The ball actually did hit one of the Pennridge players, I believe.
Well, that's it. If it hits him in the air, that is interference. They have to allow the ball to hit the ground. They're talking it over right now. It's actually with Lottery. And they are going to kick it again.
Giving Matt Sonsini another chance.
It's a good punt. It's a nice high punt. And they inadvertently hit a Pennridge player. But you call the main calls for the fair catch. You've got to know where that ball is. And again, it's just a matter of discipline there. You've got to look up and back. If he calls for the fair catch,
turn around and look for the ball.
Look at the runner. Right. You know where he's going to be. You got to look for the ball. Rule of thumb also, when if your receiver calls for a fair catch and you're the receiving team, you run away from the ball as much as possible, especially if he's going to let it bounce, because you don't want it inadvertently hitting it. So again, lined up is Sonsini, this time at his own 40-yard line. Full maximum pressure, but this time a very high short kick. And it takes it. Oh, Sonsini's going to take it, and he's going to get buried.
That's really not a bad play by Sonsini because the ball was rolling in a Pennridge roll. So he prevented it from going any further.
His only mistake was, instead of taking it, just moving forward, getting the most he could, he tried to get a return out of it. He had no prayer at it. He should have just gone forward. He went backwards a few yards. With a 28-0 lead, however.
It's not real critical, right?
So the ball now resting on the 29-yard line with 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Moylan's still in at quarterback. Leland is the setback in the slot. is Sonsini pitching the ball wide to Cleveland. Cleveland breaks one tackle, and he's finally brought down on a nice open field tackle by Greg Alderson, who moved from his tight end position. Gets him after about a 6-yard gain. But the Bucks, very few games the place they gained less than 5 or 6 yards at a
Yeah,
pop.
you're right. That was a nice play by Cleveland to stay on his feet because Ryan LaMonaco had him sized up, made a good hit on him. But Cleveland showed really good balance and got away from him, picked up 3 or 4 more.
Chris Fassbender comes off the field with a little bit of a ding on the leg. He didn't look too seriously injured. He might have just got the cramp. Or
You define a ding for me?
for somebody hits on the leg and there's ding.
That's a tough leg.
And we have too much time, I'm sure, here. The back judge makes that call. I'll go back 5-yard line. So, as we used to say, a temporary inconvenience for Central Bucks West. Make it now 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 3.
If I'm Pennridge, I want to blitz now. I want to throw some stuff at them because you wouldn't expect CBW to pass with a 28-0 lead. That doesn't mean they won't. But if I'm Pennridge, I want to blitz.
Jack Lockery, the single setback, and he gets the handoff in a big hole. He's got the first down and a lot more. He's up to midfield, over midfield, right at midfield, rather. He's brought down at the 50-yard line. A nice run by Jack Lockery.
Give some credit to the CB West offensive line. They had a nice big hole for Big Lockery to get through, and he rumbled for about, what was that, about 14, 15 yards there. That was a nice run.
One man, and he ran right out of his shoe. So he comes out, and coming in to replace him, I believe, will be Dave Binder. 1st and 10, ball inside midfield spot for CB West at about the 49.5 of Pennridge. Again, Binder a single setback this time. Cleveland at the wing. Here comes Cleveland on that quick little block. Play, option play, and he moves around. Gets inside the 35, and that is the bread and butter play.
Yeah.
Tom, I think saw something. Yeah.
I think Cleveland could have gotten a touchdown out of that. Once he got past the linebacker over on the right side, he veered into the inside, and that's where the safety was waiting. If he cuts to the right, he can go right towards the corner and make it a leg race anyway.
You know, if I had $1 for every time I've seen them run that play, I have a few dollars.
They had great blocking on that. I mean, the line of scrimmage was moved about 5 or 6 yards downfield.
I mean, they might as well start calling that the West play. It's a counter. I call it, it's actually a counter play where he lines up in the slot and comes around. Now under a rush, Moreland avoids one, avoids another, throws it.
Oh,
no, that's not interference. The ball was tipped. Hit one man, the other receiver looking to go after it got knocked down. That was Ryan Moore, but the ball was tipped, so that immediately knocks out any interference. Moreland did a great job to avoid the sack.
He did. He had 2 guys chasing him. One hit him at the ankles, and he got rid of the ball before the other one was able to get him. And once that ball was tipped, that makes all the receivers fair game. And it was a heads-up play by Pennridge's Jim Terra to knock the second receiver down so that he couldn't make the reception.
Brad Frederick with the penetration on Moreland. So we have a 2nd and 10. Ball now resting at the 28-yard line. Back to pass again, Moreland. Looking, got plenty of time. Now he just throws it out to his Ryan Moore, who is his safety valve. Hey, if Moore catches that ball, it's 6.
That's not to put pressure, not to criticize Moore, but that's a catchable ball. Moreland put a nice touch on it. I think the receiver mistimed it. And another thing, what are they passing for? I'm really surprised. Now, keep the clock running. I don't know. I know it's 10 yards to go, but they've been running 10 yards a pop.
I think one of the tiebreakers in the thing is points, too.
That would be a very good point at this point.
It may be, and I may be wrong, but again, you got to keep sharp. You've got a tough game coming up in a week and a half. In not quite 2 weeks, rather. Pass complete here for a first down, moving inside the 15, inside the 10 to about the 8 is Greg Halderson, the tight end. Well-delivered ball, another first down, and goal to go for the Bucks.
Yeah, Halderson just curled up behind the linebacker, found an open hole. That's a typical play for a tight end to run a curl pattern, not necessarily to any particular part of the field, but just to find a hole. That's what he did. Moreland found him, and now they're threatening once again inside the 10.
Now, the coaches are saying that the middle's open. They may try something with a tight end here they were talking about.
They have Sonsini split out wide, and that really kind of opens things up when you bring the cornerback out there.
Backs in the eye. Now the quick handoff to Cleveland. Cleveland drives it down to about the 6. 5-yard line where it'll be 2nd down and goal to go. And now you should start seeing, yeah, there he comes,
Here he
Jack
comes.
Lockery.
Yep. Lockery and Binder out of the full house.
Lockery, 33, 34, 35. Lockery, Binder, and Sweat when they get in real close. Binder comes off now. Make it 2nd and goal. Ball resting, nose of the ball resting just outside the 5-yard line of Pennridge. 28-0, 2:10 to go in the first half. Bucks looking to increase their lead. Deep handoff to Cleveland. Cleveland breaks it inside the 3 to the touchdown. Yes. Chris Cleveland making it look easy with 2:04 to go in the first half. West gets on the board for the 5th time as Cleveland takes it in for a short touchdown.
Nothing fancy. Ran off tackle to the right side. They had a hole. Cleveland found it, was hit by the linebacker, spun off, and they get a touchdown.
And Ed Peranian back in. Peranian's seen more time on the field than a lot of the offensive players for Pennridge.
Peranian's going to be one of the leading scorers now with all these points he's getting.
Snap good, placement good, kick up, kick good, and it's 35-0.
And we'll be interested to see just how far Pennridge can get on this kickoff. Last time they got to the 40, maybe the 40. I'm guessing the 42.
Well, I think you may see this time a ground ball kick. Unless he can get that height on the ball. I'm sure Coach Pettine is telling him right now, he's good saying either get it up there high or kick it on the ground, kick the ground ball. With a 35-0 lead, I mean, realistically, you know, Sonsini can kick it off. Oh, wait, we have a new kicker. Peranian must be leg weary. So now into the game comes John Patterson, 5'9", 150-pound sophomore.
I would be willing to bet that the second half.
A lot of clean jerseys on that field right now. A lot of clean jerseys. Back deep again, Morgan and Sowers. Patterson hits it. This is a shorter kick, and it'll be taken by one of the upbacks. And getting some serious punishment at about the 31-yard line. That was Andy Benner who got the ball and brought it back. So he's actually at about the 34-yard line. Inside 2 minutes in the first half, Pennridge on the short end of a 35-0 score. With the backs in the eye this time, Frederick the deep back. Foul in the up back. In motion comes Morgan. Back to pass, and here comes Sweat. And he's got him. Sweat on the blitz.
Yep, right up the middle. Nobody even touched him. That's the kind of play a linebacker loves. You blitz right up the middle, and you see the quarterback dropping back, and then it's all over by the time you get there.
Clock moving now inside a minute 15 to go.
This is a problem now because West knows they're going to have to pass the ball. I mean, it's inevitable. They have to pass the ball to win the game. They're not going to run. So you can run blitzes like that.
Well, I think right now they're thinking about things besides winning the game. They really need to just do some adjustments. They'd like to get on the board at the very least. And we have a quick timeout call. While we have this timeout, a reminder that this event is made possible by the support of the Suburban Sports Business Team. It's their advertising that allows you to watch local sports on television. Please let these businesses know that you appreciate their efforts. And the 1990 fall sports season is sponsored by Sound Advice, Cross Keys Cafe, Hatboro Collision, the Conti Inn, the Pipersville Inn, Gem Jewelers, Jiffy Car Wash, the New Britain Inn, the Sneaker Place, the Haskett Travel Outpouring Ski Tours, the Dry Sink, etc., Bucks County Community College, the Grease Monkey, the Amber Inn, For Males Tuxedos, Zaluki Painting, Delcrest Medical, Frankenfield Buick, Warrington Motor Lodge, O'Fowley's Crab House, John Toth Plumbing, Doylestown Hospital Weight Management Center, Delaware Valley College, Rolling Automotive Garage Service, Cheesesteak Charlie's, Clearwater Pools, Mountain Lake Pool and Patio, the Fountainville Deli, Peruzzi Toyota, Repco Imported Auto Parts, Keenan Motors, and by the optical company. And we are in play again. Lamonaco moving in motion, back to pass, and under a rush, and down he goes. This time under the rush from, I believe that was number 26. That's Bob Wolf, who's in the game at linebacker. And we're playing. Let's sack Dalton. Third, and most Sellers will go.
Yeah, they have to get to the other side of parentheses for a first down.
Clock is moving. We're inside 28 seconds. And there's a show of class. It'd be really easy for the Bucks to call timeout here.
Yeah.
And try and get the ball for another quick pop. They're going to let the clock run out. And I'm sure Dalton will just put his knee down here and let the half run out. Or he should. Let's put it that way. Quick handoff underneath. Goes to Ryan Lamonaco. And that will bring us to the end of the first half. A half that has seen 5 touchdowns, all by Central Bucks West. 3 on the ground, 2 in the air, an exciting interception. A great first half for the Bucks. For Pennridge, well, they go in, they talk about it. They got to come out and see what they can do. To make matters worse, they kick off to start the second half. Interesting first half, Tom. Your observations?
Well, it's very easy to call, like we said from the very beginning. Pennridge is outmatched in this game, and CB West hasn't done anything to let them get into the game. They've dominated both sides of the ball. They've stopped the ground game of Pennridge. Pennridge hasn't been able to pass the ball. Conversely, CB West has been able to run the ball, and they've been able to pass the ball, especially. Fitzmartin has 2 touchdowns, could have had 3. They also had a good interception, which set the ball up for them, and I expect to see a lot of second teamers for CB West in the second half.
And that brings us to the end of 24 minutes of action. 24 minutes which have been all CB West. We've come to the end of the first half with the score Central Bucks West 35, Pennridge nothing. We'll be back with halftime analysis right after these messages.
Honey, I'm home.
Hi, dear.
Hey, Dad, can I take the Keenan Mercedes tonight? No, but you can take the Keenan Honda, that is, if you don't mind driving a brand new Accord. Sure, Dad, no problem. Be back by midnight. By 11.
Honey, I've got to get a few things for dinner. Oh, Jimmy took the Keenan Honda. I've got to take the Mercedes.
Hey, everybody, I'm home.
Introducing Keenan Honda in Doylestown. It comes from a very good family. Keenan Honda. Quality is our driving force.
Where to go in Doylestown for a great sports bar? That's the Amber Inn at the corner of Shule and Doyle Avenue. Featuring the area's hottest bands every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, plus a video box and cable sports every night of the week. The Amber Inn, where there are no strangers, only friends you haven't met yet.
No matter what kind of car you drive it into Jiffy Car Wash. You'll get full service attention. Jiffy Car Wash will vacuum the inside of your car, wash the windows inside and out, even clean the door jambs. There are manager specials daily. Wednesdays, senior citizens get 20% off. And happy hour is Monday through Friday, 5:30 to 6:30. Exterior wash, only $3.99. Jiffy Car Wash is located just below Pizza Hut on South Main Street in Doylestown.
Have you been a part of a weight loss team that doesn't help you win by losing weight? Think about joining our team and becoming an active participant in managing your weight. The Medical Weight Management Center of Doylestown Hospital provides the medical support you need to be a winner in life. If your last weight loss team let you down, then take a look at our medical professionals who can help you successfully manage your weight. Call the Medical Weight Management Center of Doylestown Hospital today at 345-1819.
In the Country Collection at the Dry Sink, you'll find something special for you or that special someone. You'll love the charm of our handcrafted furniture, unique gifts, and decorative accessories. So come on down and poke around the biggest little country stores to be found. Both stores open 7 days and Friday nights till 9.
If your car has left you feeling stranded, then call Rolling Automotive Garage Service today. They'll repair, service, or do a safety check on your vehicle at your home or business. Call today for an appointment at 766-8033.
For males tuxedos, the right tux for any occasion, we have it. The dinner jacket to be seen in this fall is the classic white dinner jacket by After 6. Pictured here, this handsome jacket is a perfect blend of style and comfort. This distinctive jacket is correct for any celebration, day or evening, and is available, along with many other fine styles and names, at For Males Tuxedos. Hope to see you soon for that special occasion at For Males Tuxedos, 1 mile west of Cross Keys on Route 313. Conveniently located 1 mile west of the 611 bypass, the Fountainville Deli is famous for its breakfast and lunch menu. Everything from its coffee, donuts, and breakfast sandwiches through its lunchtime lineup of steaks, hoagies, and soups. Open Monday to Friday, 6 to 5, and Saturdays, 7 to 3.
Choosing the right college is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. The right choice may be closer than you think. Consider Delaware Valley College. Del Val offers Bachelor of Science degree programs in agriculture, science, computers, and business administration. Small class size and a practical, hands-on education make Del Val students in demand. You'll find many activities and friends on the beautiful Del Val campus. And best of all, it's close to home. For more information and a free brochure, call 345-1500.
The 1990 Suburban Sports Network Fall Sports Season is also brought to you by Delcrest Medical, Frankenfield Buick, Warrington Motor Lodge, O'Falley's Crab House, John Toast Plumbing, the Medical Weight Management Center, Delaware Valley College, Rolling Automotive Garage Service, Cheesesteak Charlie's, Clearwater Pools, Mountain Lake Pool and Patio, Fountainville Deli, Peruzzi Toyota, Repco Import Parts, Keenan Motors, and by the Optical Company.
We're at halftime here at Papa Yoder Field in Perkins. Where the score at the end of the first half, a lopsided 35-0 Central Bucks West leading Pennridge High School. Hi again, Bob Friedman here, along with my partner, Tom Drotar. Tom, a story of total domination in the first half. Let's talk about the first half and what went on.
Well, the only thing you can really say is that Central Bucks West is a much better team than Pennridge, and they didn't give any indication of anything different than that tonight. They lead 35-0. They've done well on both sides of the ball. They've thrown the ball extremely well. Moylan's hit Fitzmartin for 2 touchdowns, 2 long touchdown passes. Had Fitzmartin open on another one, but wasn't able to connect with him. And they've also run the ball very well. Cleveland's had a couple big runs. Sonsini's had a couple nice runs with their what you call their bread and butter play, the misdirection
counter, yeah.
The counter, okay. For Pennridge, you know, they like to run the ball. They haven't been able to, and they really haven't looked to pass too much, which is surprising, but it's difficult. They're in a difficult situation. CB West knows they're going to try and pass, so they can tee off and blitz, and that's what they did, and they shut them down passing too. So second half, we're going to see a lot of second-teamers playing for CB West, and hopefully Pennridge can get on the board anyway to save some pride and not get a shutout.
I think you'll see the Bucks hold the ball for one more series, or at least until they get one more score. If they get that one more score, I think you'll see them sit their starters down. Realistically, they have to keep sharp. They have to stay on top, because on Thanksgiving Day, we have a big game coming up. That will be Central Bucks West against Central Bucks East in the annual renewal of the rivalry that shakes Bucks County. We'll talk about that, and we'll take a look at the second half action. But let's do a little bit of business, Tom. We'll be right back. You see the story, you see the score at Papa Yoder Field, 35-0 as the Bucks come back on the field. Bob Friedman, along with Tom Drotar, will be right back.
Bucks County's best-kept secret isn't a secret anymore. The Warrington Motor Lodge is your perfect getaway from the everyday. All rooms are tastefully decorated and moderately priced. For that special evening for 2, book their premier suite with an in-room whirlpool. And why not bring along 500 of your closest friends? The Warrington has banquet and meeting facilities to accommodate from 30 to 500 people. Don't forget to stop by Generations for casual dining at its finest. So for dining, lodging, weddings, meetings, banquets, reunions, and celebrations, the Warrington.
In today's economy, remodeling is a way to add a fresh look to your home without spending a fortune.
The professionals at John M. Toth Plumbing and Heating specialize in design and installation of kitchens and bathrooms. If it's a new heating or air conditioning system that you need, call on John M. Toth for installation, preventative maintenance contracts, and 24-hour emergency service. From a drippy faucet to complete kitchen remodeling, Toth Plumbing and Heating is committed to professionalism, integrity, and customer service. Conti's Cross Keys Inn, a landmark restaurant in the heart of Bucks County, is celebrating 45 years of a family tradition in dining excellence. Come reacquaint yourself with the finest of fresh foods and impeccable service. For reservations, dial 348-9600. The Pipersville Inn, located off Route 611 at Route 413, is Conti's conveniently country restaurant. Come enjoy the open-air kitchen and watch your chefs prepare the best in steaks, chops, and fresh seafood. Open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch and dinner.
Frankenfield Buick Pontiac is proud to again be a sponsor on the Suburban Sports Network. They're even more proud about serving Bucks County for over 55 years with excellent sales, service, and leasing. Frankenfield Buick Pontiac, where our salesmen sell service and our servicemen sell cars.
Zaluki Painting, a dependable and honest painting company serving the Bucksmont area. Book now for early spring and receive a free power washing for the exterior of your home. Call Zaluki Painting for your free estimate at your convenience.
Mountain Lake welcomes you to its Christmas and gourmet shop. Our sales staff is eager to assist you with all your holiday preparations, from decorating your house to choosing a unique gift such as a custom-made gourmet basket, which is sure to be a hit with anyone. Mountain Lake is an authorized dealer of Department 56 Dickens houses, snow babies, and Steinbach nutcrackers. As you look around the store, you'll be pleased to see a large assortment of imported tree decorations, nativities, music boxes, and gift wrapping supplies. Our list, like Santa's, goes on and on. Stop in and catch our spirit.
Back again at Poppy Yoder Field in Percy, Pennsylvania. Bob Friedman along with Tom Drotar about to start the second half of the football game between CB West and Pennridge, a game that the Bucks lead 35-0. Talking to assistant coach Sid Hunsberger, who's up here looking at the game and calling down the plays to the sideline, said we all agree definitely the worst play of the first half was the butchered pass reception by Coach Mike Pettine. Coach Pettine, if you're watching this game, just wanted you to know that Coach Hunsberger said you never did have any hands.
And he's going to have to run laps at practice for dropping the ball.
And we're going to see some things Coach Hunsberger was saying. It looks as if we're going to have Cleveland move to quarterback for the second half, or at least third quarter. They have some dings here. Lockery's got hurt his shoulder a little bit. Fassbender came off with a pop on his knee a little bit. Ryan Moore got a shot to the jaw. So, like he said, in a game like this, you don't want to have to risk the injury, especially with big games coming up in the next few weeks and the playoffs possibly looming. You're going to see a lot of fresh faces here. And, Tom, again, what do you do if you're Pennridge? What do you do if you're Coach Moyer?
Well, all I know is I don't want to be Pennridge right now, down 35-0, and with passing not being one of their fortes, they're in a lot of trouble, no question. They got to pass. There's no question in my mind you got to put the ball in the air, because if you run the ball, you're just going to run out the clock. If you get to the fourth quarter and you're still down by a lot, then you start running the ball because you want to get out of here and you want to let the clock run and forget about this one and look ahead to next week. This kickoff is brought to you by Bucks County Community College, offering quality, affordable educational opportunities for all ages. Bucks has a program designed for your needs. Call them today. Bucks County Community College, what education is meant to be. Play-by-play from Bob Friedman.
And the kickoff is fumbled, but it looks to be recovered by West. A very short kickoff. Recovered by number 23, that was Jason Rush, up at about the 34-yard line. And as promised, into the lineup come a lot of young faces, and quarterbacking them, we should see him coming on shortly. It should be Chris Cleveland. Here he comes, number 10, as you see the cheerleaders on the sideline. It'll be Cleveland at quarterback for at least this part of the third quarter. And we have a new backfield here. It appears we have Mike Lockery. Oh. And the handoff.
That was Mike Lockery.
Mike Lockery on the handoff. And we're going to bear with us here. We have a lot of new faces in here. As Coach Hunsberger said, you don't want to risk injury to your starters in a game where you're up by 5 touchdowns. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Also in the backfield is number 42, Steve DeLuca. DeLuca at tailback, Lockery at the up back. Pitch goes to DeLuca. He's got a crack on the left side. Gets about 6 yards, and we're going to have a face mask, I do believe, here.
And I believe Steve DeLuca could have gotten a little bit better run out of that as Lockery kicked out the linebacker. At that point, DeLuca should have cut in. He didn't, and the linebacker was able to make the play. That's why they have these guys in here, so they can make the reads and get a little game experience. It's a lot different playing in live action than it is back at CB West practice fields.
It is a mask, and they will take the ball up over midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st down for CB West. Just begun the 3rd quarter. 35-0 the Bucks lead. A lot of reserves in the game for West. Again, the backs in the eye, Lockery up, and the pitch goes back to DeLuca. DeLuca again with a good crack, takes it up over the 45, and good effort to take it over the 40 to about the 39.
Good second effort by DeLuca. This time they blocked the linebacker in, and he went out, which is perfect. Got around the end and was able to get close to a 1st down. It looks like he's got about 2 more yards to go.
Matt Malecki in on the line. Jason Nagy also in. Chip Bettis is in the game at one of the tight end spots. Also Scott Millen at center. 2nd down and 3, call it a short 3, a long 2. Handoff underneath, and this handoff goes off to, and that is Mike Lockery again. And Lockery has got the 1st down. So Mike Lockery, a 5'11", 205-pound sophomore, following in the Lockery tradition.
Yes, he looks very much like a Lockery. This is how dynasties are built. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but experience is really the key, I think, to high school football. When you get these guys game experience next year, they're going to be that much better.
Pitch back to DeLuca. It's worked before, so they try it again. And this time, not much running room there as they pinch it in very well. Brad Frederick leading the way on the tackle along with Ryan Lamonaco. A gain of about a yard will make it 2nd down, 9 to go. Also in the game is Eric McCauley. He's one of the ends, 6'3", 180-pound junior.
Really, the second team is picking up where the first team left off. They're moving the ball rather well. Not at quite as much per carry as the first team, but they look good.
Dave Fleeser in at wingback. And the handoff goes to DeLuca. DeLuca breaks it out over the 35 to about the 32-yard line and make it 3rd and about 6. They're trying to get the wave going here.
And if you're wondering about Cleveland, he has played quarterback this year. He's thrown 1 pass, incomplete, so he's looking to improve that percentage.
I don't think you're going to see him air it out too much. Maybe on this one. It's 3rd down and 6. Deep handoff at DeLuca. DeLuca breaks it close to the 1st down as he takes it inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. The spot will make it about a yard shy of the 1st down, and I do believe they will most likely go for it here since they are inside the 30-yard line. Actually, inside the 30-yard line at about, as I mentioned, the 27. They need to get to the 26 for a 1st down. 4th and 1. You like Lockery on that carry?
I would go with Lockery. From the linebacker.
It is Lockery, and it's going to be a tight. He may not have gotten it. I don't know that he got it, Tom. It's going to depend on the spot.
It's hard to tell where the marker is also.
That's not a good spot. I don't think he's got it. No, he didn't. It's clear. They don't even have to measure.
Well, that's a bright spot for Pennridge, being able to stop them on a 4th down play. A little bit of momentum as they come out for their first series. We'll see what they do with it. I'm very interested to see.
Got a lot of clean jerseys in here, too. Chris Warren in the game. Also in the game now on defense, Tucker Moyer.
I think Dalton's still playing quarterback, though.
Yeah, and the starting lineup, still first team still in on offense for Pennridge. They need to work. They need to get some work. They weren't on the field that much in the first half. Single setback, handoff underneath, and nothing doing. Fallon on the quick handoff. So,
right up the middle.
Yeah, well, the quick hitting plays do work, like I say. Yeah. But again, you've got a bunch of second-teamers. They're anxious to please. This is the time you might try and pass the ball here. Because your
play action will be great right now.
Not even play, just step back and throw. If your first team offensive line can't beat the second team defensive line, you have a problem. Full house backfield again. The handoff goes underneath the Ryan Lamonaco. Lamonaco breaks the tackle, gets it out over the 35 to about the 37. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy of the first down.
Nice looking play by Lamonaco going off the left side. And now this is a situation where they can run it right up the gut, or it's also a situation where they can throw the ball, take them by surprise. I'd be willing to bet a good bit of money that they don't. They go with their bread and butter, which is the run, probably out of the full house backfield.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Fallon carry this ball. He is their big back. Out it goes to Lamonaco, and Lamonaco will get the first down and more. Takes it over the 40 to the 42-yard line. Of course, Fallon, their big back, but he's a blocking back. Lamonaco is their bread and butter guy, though. He is the go-to guy who will get you the big yardage. Had a good game against Souderton in the first game of the season. Had an injury partway through the season. Hasn't quite had the season he had hoped for, I think.
I saw him against North Penn with you, and he was very impressive.
Yeah, he was extremely good in that game as well. 1st and 10, ball at the 42-yard line. 5:48 to go in the third quarter. Go back to pass, and he's got a completion to Lamonaco. Over midfield to the 46-yard line. A nice throw, nicely thrown ball from Dalton to Lamonaco for the first down, and Pennridge is moving.
That was a nice throw because Lamonaco was well covered by number 25, Dave Blizzer, for CB West. And Dalton put the ball in a rope and hit him in stride, and Lamonaco was able to move the chains.
But more importantly, Dalton had time to throw the ball. He rolled out, and again, what I say is your first-string offensive line should be able to defeat a second-string defensive line, and that's what happened on that play. 1st and 10, ball at the 46-yard line. Quick handoff underneath the foul, and that's getting nothing. Gets to about the 45-yard line, make it about 2nd and 9.
On that passing play, Dalton did have time. It was despite the fact that there was a mess up in the backfield. Dalton went to make a fake to number 34 for Pennridge, Jim Terra, but Terra went inside and Dalton went outside, but it didn't matter. They still got the completion.
Now Terra splits wide. Lamonaco is in the slot. Back to pass goes Dalton, throws high, and a great catch.
Nice catch.
Dave Hollenbach, great athlete, good basketball player, goes up, shows that ability, jumping ability, goes up, controls the ball, and he will have another first down. Deepest penetration of the game for Pennridge. You see Dave Hollenbach there coming back to the huddle. A tough ball. He had to catch. He had to use only his hands. He couldn't pull it into his body. In traffic, gets the ball. First down inside the 35 at the 33-yard line.
It was almost like catching a rebound.
1st and 10. Dalton. Delay handoff, and no way is coming and knifing in to bring him down is Jason Nagy. 6'1", 180-pound junior. That will be about a 2-yard loss, make it 2nd and 12.
Bob, I would pass on every play, and if I didn't run a pass play, I would run a draw play.
Well, yeah, I
Really
know what
would,
you're saying, but this is not a team that is made up to run. This is a team that features Lamonaco at running back and a movable pocket when they do pass, a rollout type situation. They're not a big team, and they know it. So they know the only way they're going to do is grind it out, and they can't afford to get behind by too much, and that's what's happened here. Handoff underneath to Lamonaco. He'll take it over, get some yardage back. He'll get it out to the 30-yard line, where it'll be a 3rd down and about 7 to go. I see your point. You make a good point. But to be able to pass every play, you have to have the tools to do it.
Well, I mean, maybe they don't have the blocking up front, but we've seen that they have guys that can catch the ball. Lamonaco can catch. Number 88, what's his name? Hollenbach just made a nice catch, and Dalton obviously can throw.
Yeah, but when you only have 2 seconds to throw a ball, it doesn't matter how good your receivers are. You can't deliver it for any more than 5 or so yards. Back to pass, and you see it right here.
Yeah.
Boom! Blind side. You see right there, Bob Wolf coming in, and they knew he was going to pass, and Dalton never had a prayer. A big loss on the play. It'll make it 4th down, 17 to go. And what looked like such a promising drive, again, when you're this far behind to this good a team, you just don't have the time. He had less than 3 seconds to throw that ball.
And now it looks like Pennridge is going to punt. and I'm surprised. But let's take a look at the pass play, or the attempted pass play again, right from the backside. That could have been a lot worse, actually, because Dalton had no idea that he was coming, and it was a good hit, but Dalton was able to get back up and walk to the sidelines. Now they're going to punt. That surprises me.
Adrian
as well.
Sabatino deep, and this will never reach him. This is a short punt by Terra. Gets a good bounce, though. Gets it inside the looks to be about the 15-yard line or so. Again, that's a far side of the field. No field mark. I'm going to say it's a 14-yard line, it appears.
Well, they were inside the 50 and down by 35. I think, more or less, Pennridge is just playing to get out of here, because if you're playing to win, you're going to go for it on that, despite the fact that it's 4th and 17 or whatever it was.
Obviously, you want to, I see Coach Pettine, you want to, with the Joe Paterno glasses, that usually say Coca-Cola around the rims of them.
Oh, man, you've been awfully tough on the coach tonight, Bob.
He's a great man.
He's a great coach.
Man. Great coach, great man. Good defensive play, and almost a great offensive play. As blocked, knocking the ball away, it was Jason Clementish, who came in from his defensive back spot, almost had an interception. That's a touch to get them. And DeLuca almost makes a play off the deflection. As a pass thrown by Cleveland was behind DeLuca, actually Clementish had a better shot at the ball.
Yeah, he did. And if he catches it, like you said, that's a touchdown.
Surprise, a throw from the 14-yard line.
That's what I was thinking.
Second down, still 10 yards to go. Backs are split this time. Chris Cleveland in the quarterback. Handoff underneath. Goes to DeLuca. DeLuca will get about 5 on the carry. He'll take it out to about the 20, not just shy of the 20-yard line. We'll call it a, excuse me, I'm wrong. He takes it for about 2.
Looks like about 3rd and 8.
I'll get it squared away.
Either way, I think we're gonna see Cleveland passing this time.
I think Coach Pettine should bring his glasses, so it's obviously, it appeared he had a longer game than he did, but they spotted it for about a 2-yard gain. Make it 3rd and 8, the ball just resting outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. A minute 20 to go in the third quarter, 35-0, Central Bucks leading on the rollout pass, too high to a wide-open DeLuca. Good mustard on the ball at Cleveland, and I don't know if Cleveland's hurt or just maybe he looks
agitated, if anything.
He might. It's just, I think what happened, I don't know, he's holding his chest. He may have.
I think he's holding his heart, saying, boy, it's a good thing that wasn't picked off, because that one would have gone for 6 as well.
No, I think he just, when he threw that ball, he may have popped something there. And, he's holding on. He might have a muscle, just a spasm or something like that.
In that situation, when you're a right-handed quarterback and you're rolling left, you have to swing your shoulders around.
And you got the pads on,
up.
And you're throwing it against your body.
Right.
Back deep, you see Scott Sowers, and punting the ball for the Bucks will be number 85. That's John Patterson, kicking from his own end zone. Josh gets it away and gets up beauty off.
And we're going to have a rough.
Sowers fumbles the ball. Does he have? Yeah, he comes back, but we'll have a roughing the kicker, which will give, I do believe, will give the Bucks a 1st down. Patterson got a beauty of a kickoff.
And he also got drilled as soon as he kicked it. But this one's going to come back, and CB West is going to get the ball back again.
And it's just nothing goes right for Pennridge. Pennridge had great field position there. They had the ball, even with a good kick, they had the ball at the 47-yard line of CB West to start it out, but I think they're going to give him a 1st down here on the roughing the kicker.
That's a tough break for Pennridge, because they, despite the fact they had to punt, they did have a nice little drive going there on their first drive, and now their defense has to stay out there. And at this point, if it's the same group of players, their defense has got to be getting a little tired.
Ball moves out to the 31-yard line. We see a young Buck fan on the sideline wearing Sonsini's number.
Perhaps a younger brother.
It could have been Sonsini for all we know. He's very short. We're only kidding. Matt's hair is black. Pitch down to DeLuca. DeLuca breaks it outside, gets it over the 35 to the 37-yard line. Nice run by DeLuca, by Steve DeLuca, who is a 6'2", 275-pound junior.
And then the quarterback for CB West is Jeff Lappin. He is a junior as well, 5'11", 190 pounds. So CB West is really affording the opportunity to get all their players in, which is a nice thing for them.
And now in at tailback is Josh Gallagher. The up back still Lockery. Gallagher takes it, cuts it outside the island. Lockery's blocked. Almost fumbles the ball, but takes it out over the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that will be a first down for West.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
And we've come to the end of 3 quarters of play. The third quarter is scoreless as both teams ran up and down the field. But at the end of 3 quarters of play, it is Central Bucks West 35, Pennridge nothing. Back with fourth quarter action after these messages.
Repco has been the name to trust for all your foreign car part needs since 1976. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays, 9 till 2 for your convenience. If we don't stock your part, we'll have it within 2 days. Repco, the name to trust for your foreign car.
One problem with contact lenses is all too familiar, cleaning them. So Johnson & Johnson created a lens you never clean. AccuView, the first disposable contact lens. Now the best solution is no solution. AccuView. AccuView contact lenses are available at the optical company. Come see Dr. Gottlieb or Dr. Stiesler for your eye examination and free trial lens fitting. We're located at Cross Keys Place Shopping Center behind Perkins Restaurant. Call 348-3331 for your appointment today.
Back at Poppy Yoder Field, fourth quarter just underway. Handoff goes to Mike Lockery, breaks it out over midfield to the 45, the 43-yard line of Pennridge. A big run by Mike Lockery.
That was a big run, and he is a bull just like it. I guess it's his brother. I don't know for sure, but I'd be willing to bet that it is. Oh, he ran over some people on that play. He's fired up, too. Despite they're down, they're up 35 to nothing. They're excited. This is the second team's chance to show what they've learned in practice. This is like payday for them.
Got that right, and Lockery just took it and bowled his way through for a big first down inside the 45-yard line of Pennridge to the 42-yard line, we'll call it. Actually, the eye and the pitch goes back, and taking it outside and getting a big hit at about the 40-yard line is Josh Gallagher. Gallagher is 6'1", 185-pound sophomore, and the Bucks are loaded with good underclassmen. The one thing they have to find for next year is that quarterback. Because Moylan, they don't have, Greg Moylan is only a junior. I forgot he was only a sophomore last year. So next year, they really are pretty well set. Moylan comes back, Leland comes back, Lockery,
Sonsini's back, that's it.
Well, Jack Lockery graduates, Mike Lockery's back, Sonsini's back. Pitch goes over to Josh Gallagher, shows good speed to almost get around the end. Now he breaks back the other way, and he's going to get nailed. Good defensive play on the part of Mike Milkowicz, who came up from his D-back position and would not let Gallagher get outside. It'll be a loss of about 4, actually 5. We'll call it third down, 15 to go.
A lot of times, I'm sorry, go ahead. Don't say a lot of times for a younger player, it seems like on a play like that, you want to get outside, but a lot of times what you can do is go to the outside, dip to the inside, and then cut outside, because you got to keep the pursuit to the inside. On that play, Gallagher, who has a lot of speed and probably normally takes advantage of it, was unable to.
Third down, we may see Gaffin pass here. He's back looking under a bit of a rush, and down he goes. Good defensive play on the part of Dominic Cusimano, who came in from his defensive end spot, and will be fourth and a lot. And into punt, I'm sure will come Patterson.
That was a shoestring tackle by Cusimano, and he was lucky to get to him, because if Laffin got outside, he would have had a lot more time to look downfield.
No, he actually could have run. He had a good lane open up on the right side, but a good play by Cusimano. Laffin couldn't outrun him, and it's fourth down, and Patterson goes back to punt. Sowers and Terra are deep. Snap handled. Punt is a low end over end. It's going to be handled. No, it's going to bounce and handled by Terra and brought. No, DeLuca had him, let him get away, and now he's going to go down at about the 25-yard line. Comedy of back and forth, not errors, but just
all dressed up and nowhere to go.
Yeah, he came up, took the ball, and DeLuca got him. Didn't bring him down, but held him up long enough to actually make him lose some yardage because he moved back. He started running laterally and lost a couple of yards in his 25-yard line, first and 10, and that's where Pennridge will take over. Dalton still in a quarterback. Lamonaco and Terra at the running back spots. Also, Manuola is also in the game. Darren Manuola. Deep handoff goes to Manuola. Takes it up over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. It'll make it a 2nd and 8.
Manuola is a fresh face for Pennridge. They also are trying to get some new people in there to continue giving their younger guys a little bit of experience. Manuola's a sophomore.
Just a reminder, the Suburban Sports Network reminds viewers to listen to WBOX at 1570 a.m. for the following sports radio broadcasts. On Saturday, November 7th, Penn State will take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame at 2 o'clock p.m. And then, the Thanksgiving Day Classic. As we have a pass that falls almost completed, of course incomplete, and almost intercepted. The Thanksgiving Day Classic. Central Bucks East, Central Bucks West. November 22nd, 10:50 a.m., and I'll be there to bring you all that play-by-play. Also, as that'll be our Suburban sports game of the week as well. BUX will be bringing you the game at 10:50 a.m. On Saturday, November 24th, it'll be Pitt at Penn State, 12:30 p.m. Listen to WBUX 1570 on the AM dial, serving Bucks from eastern Montgomery County for over 40 years. 2nd down. The pass is complete. That's the Terra. Terra's going to have the 1st down, move up over the 45 to the 46-yard line.
And you see that, Bob? Dalton did have good time that time, and he was able to make a nice pass, and he found the open receiver.
Adrian Sabatino on the tackle. Yeah, if you give a good quarterback enough time, he's going to complete the pass. And that's what happened there. He stepped back. He was able to take his time, pick out a receiver, coming back to the ball on a good reception and a good run by Terra. And now they move it up to the 45, 1st and 10. Quick look into Lamonaco, who takes it, gets it inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Another well-delivered ball by Dalton.
And those are the kind of passes that you can complete with a lot of rush. Quick seam pass, you can hit the out passes. You're not going to hit any long bombs, not going to hit any out and ups or corner patterns, but those kinds you are going to be able to complete. And that time Lamonaco made a nice catch, one-handed, grabbed it and brought it in, took a hit. Pennridge is moving. Should have listened to me, Bob.
That's right. 1st and 10, ball at the 37-yard line. 6:40 to go in this ball game. 35-0. The Bucks leading. The Pennridge driving handoff to Manuola. Has a little bit of room. Gets to the 30. Gets it inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. Close to another 1st down.
Yeah, that was a nice run by the sophomore. It looked very smooth. Juke past the linebacker. It's close to the 1st down, and I believe
he's about a yard short.
Right, about a yard short.
2nd down, I would call it 2nd and 2. The way the sticks are there, it looks like it's 2nd and a long one. We'll call it 2nd and 1. In motion comes Lamonaco. Rolling left and handing off to Terra, who's got the 1st down, gets it inside the 25 to the 23. By far the deepest penetration of the game for Pennridge. It'll be a 1st down. Inside the 6-minute mark.
This 4th quarter's flying by. It's all been... Clock hasn't stopped yet because it's all been completed passes and run plays.
Manuola single setback. Morgan goes split left. Terra split right. In the wing is Lamonaco. Handoff to Manuola. He takes it down over the 20 to about the 19-yard line.
If Pennridge could have done... Coulda, shoulda, woulda. They could have done this in the 1st quarter. This is probably exactly what they wanted to do. This is what Pennridge thrives on, ball control offense. A lot of running, an occasional pass play, a quick 2-step drop, and hit a seam pass or an out. It's too bad that they're down 35-0 because they're looking impressive right now.
Well, they're doing it against Buck's 2nd-team right. Defense. You got to remember, too. 1st and 10, Manuel again, the single setback. Dalton with a quick look in, throws it behind, but Hollenbach catches the ball, gets it inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Look at a great running by Hollenbach.
That was some power running. Hollenbach's a big guy. He's about 6'3", 205, and he moved 3 or 4 people after he caught that ball.
And he plays, he's a good basketball player, too. He does play on the Rams basketball team as well. 1st and goal to go for Pennridge, ball at the 5-yard line.
CB West wants a timeout on this play, but they're not going to get it. The coaches were yelling anyway.
Handoff to Manuola, breaks it inside the 5, gets it down. Oh, he's actually cracked down right at about the 4. They may give him a yard. But DeLuca nailed him and pushed him back.
That was
really,
a nice hit.
He blasted him. Got about a yard on the play.
I don't think CB West liked their alignment last time, or their personnel anyway, but it didn't hurt them.
4:15 to go in this ball game. 35-0 Bucks leading. However, Pennridge on a drive has the ball at the 4. Second down, goal to go. Handoff underneath goes to LaMonica. Breaks it into the end zone for a touchdown.
There you go. Nice play. And it's good that LaMonica got it because he's the guy that was in there taking the shots in the first half. It's a good play. It's a good play overall. Good block on the left side. Found a hole, slid to the outside, and got in for a touchdown. And it's nice for Pennridge not to leave the game with a shutout.
Hey, they're winning in the second half.
That's right. 7, and it's homecoming, so, you know, they deserve it.
All right, the extra point will be attempted by Mike Boyle. Out of a hole by Terra. Snap high. Terra gets, they're going to fire out. Terra's going to try and run for 2. No, he could have run for 2, and he threw the ball instead.
He could have run for
Oh, baby, he had the 2-point right there in front of him. Instead, he left-handed the ball short. The extra point, no good.
Little things, a lot of little things. We got to take care of the little things, Bob, so that the big things can take care of themselves.
Oh, yeah, Terra kicked the ball. He did the right thing. The snap was high and behind him. He got the ball, realized he had no chance to get the ball down in time to have Boyle kick it. Moved that, and he had the open field. Tom, you and I both saw it. It was right in front of us. Had the open field in front of him. Instead, opted to throw the ball behind him. I don't know if he is left-handed. Yeah, threw it left-handed, let's put it that way. Had the receiver, might have been Manuola on the reception, but he had him open too, but he threw it short, the pass incomplete. And it's 35-6, but folks, Pennridge is winning the second half 6-0.
It's really been one of those nights for Pennridge, and it's a shame that it had to be their homecoming night because CB West certainly did spoil it.
Chad Morgan teeing the ball up. Morgan is a left footer. And we have a triple deep backfield. It kicks a high pop-up. It goes through now. It's anybody's ball.
That was a design play. They wanted to do that.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to try for the onside kick, and I like that. I mean, you got to go for the win.
But let me tell you something. As West recovers it, the smart play there, and we have an injured player down on the field. The smart play there is to fair catch the ball. They have to allow you to receive it at that.
And if you don't fair catch it, you're fair game. They can come and drill.
Oh, they can drill you, and plus it's a live ball there. We have an injured player. While we have this timeout, reminder that VHS copies of this event and all of the Suburban Sports Network events are available through Suburban Cable TV. Call 345-5154 Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. You're watching the Suburban Sports Network, brought to you on the community television channels of Suburban Cable TV and Adelphia Cable Communications. The injured player looks to be okay.
It was Dave Lazar, but he's okay now. He's going to go sit on the sidelines.
Probably had the wind, just had the wind knocked out of him. Laughing still in the game at quarterback. He'll complete the game at quarterback. Coach Pettine talking to his team while they have his timeout. That's good. They get Cleveland out of the game, too. You don't want to have your key running back hurt as well. So he's out of the game now, and then Laughing gets some important experience here, too.
Really, there's no need for Cleveland to get experience at quarterback. Unless, well, you want a good backup quarterback, but if you're thinking ahead to next year.
Now, you may see Laughing put the ball up a bit here. It's 35-6. Pennridge has scored. You're not really throwing it in their face if you do put the ball up, because you've got to see some things from the kids. Knowing Pettine, though, I think he may just try and melt away this 355, see if he can get a first down or two. Get on the bus and go home with another big victory. Pitch goes back to Josh Gallagher. Gallagher breaks it over to midfield where he's knocked out of bounds there by number 63, and that was Fred Rosner, 5'10", 145-pound sophomore linebacker, as we have a lot of young faces in the Pennridge lineup. Craig Haberly in the game as well. He's in the linebacking spot. Also, we have number 67. That's Mark Kostick, linebacker, also a sophomore. Backs come off split. And the handoff goes off to Jason Rush in the game now. And Rush will get close to the first down as he moves to the 45-yard line. He's get to the 44 for the 46-yard line. He gets to the 45 for the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Clock moving. We're inside 3 minutes now.
West is using their 2 tight end offense to go right up the gut, eating out the clock. And once again, they'll line up in that set. They only need a yard.
Back split again. And the handoff goes again underneath Jason Rush. And Rush has got the first down, moves it to the 40-yard line. Some unpleasantries upfield, but two combatants break off quickly. Clock will run now. We're inside 2.5 minutes to go in this game.
West continues to shuffle players in and out. Some of the players do not appear on the roster, which makes it a bit difficult to tell you who they are.
Backs are in the eye now. Rush the up back, and the pitch goes back to Josh Gallagher. Gallagher goes around in, where he is drilled nicely by Mark Kostic.
I think we're going to have a face mask on that play. I think one of the defenders got Gallagher.
That's what we've got. Flag down. That'll bring 15 more on. Remember, in high school, it doesn't matter if it's purposely or inadvertent. It's 15 no matter what. So the ball moves now to the 24-yard line, where with 2:13 to go, the clock will be put into play again. Also into the game for West now is Doug Turcotte on the offensive line. Pitch goes back to Gallagher, cuts it in, gets it over the 25 to about the 22-yard line. And we're inside 2 minutes now. Tom, really just domination, and then just cruising in the second half was West. They didn't run up the score to Pettine's credit, and to the Bucks' credit. Playing a classic game, Pennridge never quit.
No, they didn't, but they were overmatched, just like we said from the beginning. And they really didn't do anything to try to surprise Central Bucks West, which surprises me. I think when you come into a game like this, you got to pull out all the stops.
Nice play by Jason Clementis, bringing down Gallagher in the backfield for a loss. It'll make it a 3rd and about 12 now. We have 1:15 to go in this game.
And it's hard, though, as a coach to go into a game and to tell your players, you want to be able to tell them, okay, we're going to do the things that we do best, and, we're going to try and go ahead and beat these guys. But sometimes it's difficult, but sometimes you just have to throw away your normal plans and come out and try to surprise the team. I think Council Rock did that against CB West this year. They had trick plays, and they wound up winning the game. And they don't have an exceptional team this year.
Running the ball, and he's not going to get too much, is laughing and tripped up from behind on the play by John Mangeni, a 5'10", 185-pound junior linebacker. Good pursuit on the play, and also coming in was Dominic Cusimano. That'll bring up a 4th and about 15. And at this point, they'll just run the ball with 25 seconds to go in this ball game.
Of course, if they don't get the first down, I think the clock will stop, right? Change of possession?
Yeah, but they'll start it again as soon as they spot it.
Right, okay.
4th down, handoff underneath to Gallagher. Gallagher breaks it out. He's going to be dragged down as we have 6 seconds to go, 5 seconds to go. They stop the clock with 5 seconds to go. They'll spot the ball, start the clock, and this game will be over. I want to thank tonight's Suburban Sports Network production staff, our director, Lee Wolf. Electronic graphics, the talented Tom Brunt, cameraman, Walt Kramer, Dave Nichols, Jesse Ulrich doing their usual fine job. We have a final score here, 0-0. You see the final score, 35-6. We'll be back with a wrap-up of this game right after these messages.
What do I do that you don't? Well, I take my car for more than an oil change. I get a full-service car care package. I get my tires checked, my interior vacuumed, and my windows washed. I also get my car's fluids filled, like my battery and my brake fluid. I even get my windshield washer filled. I don't make an appointment, and I get fast professional service. What do I do that you don't? I take my car to Grease Monkey.
Discover the difference that care makes at your neighborhood Grease Monkey.
Before or after the game, drop by Mike Carey's New Britain Inn for the area's best hard-shell crabs, fresh seafood, and sandwiches. The NBI's full menu is available for takeout. Open 7 days a week, you're sure to see a friendly face at the NBI. We hope to see yours real soon.
Attention, pool owners. Clearwater Pools is there for all your pool care needs. Openings and closings are just two of the services we offer, including coping and towel repairs, heater and filter installation, and pool sweep service. Clearwater Pools is proud to be a new sponsor on the Suburban Sports Network.
Out of the darkness, there was light, the age of discovery. There were flashes of brilliance, bold advancements, advances in time. Now, out of the light, comes the collection, Seiko's Age of Discovery. The past revisited, the past perfected by the most advanced timekeeping technology on Earth. Seiko, the future of time.
Remember the neighborhood tavern where you could relax with old friends and meet new ones as well? Cheesesteak Charlie's is that tavern. Check out the Pro and College, Prism and ESPN events on a wide screen, and a kitchen open till 1 a.m. Stop in for a hot cheesesteak and a warm smile real soon.
Lahaska Travel and their wholesale ski division, Alporn Ski Tours, has been serving the Delaware Valley for the past decade. We are located on Route 202 in Lahaska, adjacent to Peddler's Village. Our hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily, evenings and Saturday by appointment. We specialize in Western and European ski destinations. Call for your free copy of our 1991 ski program, 215-794-8800.
Peruzzi Toyota on Route 309 in Hatfield. We've got what it takes to make the difference. A modern facility housing a complete selection of Toyota cars and trucks, staffed by a courteous sales team to assist you, and our service department offering you drive-through convenience. Open Saturdays, too. Right now, when you mention this video coupon, you can purchase a 1990 Camry for just $11,990, or a standard bed truck for just $69.90 from Peruzzi Toyota. Remember, the Peruzzi commitment to customer service and low prices is the difference.
Back at Papa Yoder Field, where the crowd is filing out after tonight's game, a 35-6 victory by Central Bucks West over the Pennridge Rams. Let's recap the scoring for you. It was fast and furious early on. In the first quarter, with 7:49 gone after Pennridge was unable to move the ball after receiving the kickoff, CB West took over the ball, ran one play, and then did a pitch to Sonsini, who took it 63 yards around the end for the first touchdown of the game. Ed Pettine hit the point after, as he was perfect all night long, and it was 7-0. CB West led the game. Then Pennridge took the ball again, and quarterback Dalton went back to pass through, unfortunately threw a little bit high and long, and it was intercepted by Roman Fitzmartin, who took it back to the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, it was Greg Moylan on the 1-yard run for the touchdown, and Perrinian's point after made it a 14-0 game. Second quarter, the very first play of the second quarter, it was Roman Fitzmartin who had a big game. The interception, and then a 34-yard touchdown pass reception from Moylan. Perrinian putting on the extra point. It was good. It was 21-0. And then with 7:20 to go in the second quarter, it was Fitzmartin again. This time a 70-yard beauty, a pass and run hook up from Moylan. Perrinian again with the extra point up and good. And it was 28-0. And then with just 2:04 left in the half, it was Chris Cleveland on a 5-yard run, completing the scoring on the night for West, who used mostly underclassmen after that, second and third teamers. Perrinian the extra point, 35-0. The only scoring in the second half came with 4:02 left to go in the ball game, and that was Ryan Lamonaco on a 4-yard run. The point after was no good. That is your final score, 35-6. CB West, the big winner over Pennridge. Tom, a tough game for Pennridge, for CB West, a chance to take a look at their younger kids, a chance to look ahead to Thursday a week.
Yeah, that's really, I think this is really the type of game that CB West wanted, because going into the Pennridge game, a lot of people might have said they could overlook Pennridge. They've only won one game this year. CB West didn't do that, and now they carry some more momentum going into the big game with CB East, hoping to get to the state finals, and of course hoping to win the Suburban 1 championship first of all. But I think on the minds of these guys tonight is really that state playoff system that they've set up. It's not a very good playoff system that they've set up, and because of that, CB West might not be able to play in it. But anyway, they're trying to put themselves in position to do so. And with this kind of win, they have a lot of momentum going into that big Thanksgiving Day game against their traditional rival, Central Bucks East.
Well, they have a big roadblock. If they are going to get to the playoffs at all, they have to overcome East. And we all remember 2 years ago, everybody was preparing them for those playoffs. They came in against East, and that young quarterback, Morelli, just drove them wild. They had an injury in the game. Greg's older brother, Sean Moylan, was hurt in the game. East outplayed them, and almost won the game outright on a field goal late in the game. The tie, stopping the 54-game winning streak by West. A big upset. It kept them out of the playoffs. Last year, of course, East was favored. What did West do? They come out and they beat them last year on an off year for the Bucks. This year, two very powerful teams. 9-1 West. You'll have up against, we don't know, depending on their outcome tonight. They came into the game tonight 7-1-1, did East. And it should be a very exciting game, no question about it. You have two high-powered offenses, two strong defenses, good quarterbacking in Morelli for East, with Greg Moylan for West. Good, solid running backs. It's going to be a tremendous, tremendous football game. As far as Pennridge is concerned, well, they just live to fight another day.
Yeah, it was a tough one for Pennridge, especially because it was their homecoming. And you hate to lose on homecoming, but when you face a team like Central Bucks West on a year like this, it's very difficult. And, you know, I might have had some criticisms for Pennridge and the way they, once they fell behind, their attempt to come back. But that's the way it goes. They are a running team, and I guess if you live with the run, you're going to die with the run, and that's what Pennridge did.
That's exactly right. You can criticize maybe the play calling, but certainly not the heart of the team. They never gave up.
Absolutely.
They could have spit it out real early, but they just kept coming back, and they scored that touchdown. And again, they won the second half 6-0. Forget who they were playing against, second teamers. They won the second half. So in 2 halves, so we'll call it a split, 1-1. Central Bucks West wins the first half. Pennridge wins the second half. But if you have to go by the scoreboard, the final score was Central Bucks West 35 and Pennridge 6. For Tom Drotar, this is Bob Friedman. We're going to see you on Turkey Day. Save a drumstick for me because I'll be ready for it when we have East versus West. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you real soon. Good night, everybody.